Good luck to
Ties,
you.
man. Shout out Ties. This man is a legend in the making.
Here we go. Long awaited. Welcome to the spot, Boogie Woods. How you doing today?
So I'm doing good. What's good with you, brother?
Doing pretty well. First, I want to congratulate you on your new album, Colors.
Appreciate you.
Definitely, definitely like a different sort of vibe for like a lot of the city artists.
Yeah.
You
that
bring
that was a go.
you bring a lot of different flair because you got like the singing aspect to you. You got a different type of flow as far as like rapping. Like you're not like overly like I don't want to say drill because ain't no drill rappers in the area, but more so like I want to say when I listen to the tape, I get more so of like a JID or like a Chance the Rapper type of feel more than anything.
That's love.
Where did the inspiration of the album come from? Well, firstly, how did you come up with the name of the album, Colors?
The name of the project, it came from me being in my dorm room like a year and a half ago. And I was sitting in there and I was like I have a notebook full of like project names. So I just be writing down project names and I'd be like, okay, this sounds good. How can I expand on that and make it a concept? And I came up with the name Colors. And I was like, it was just fire to me. I was like, dude, you gotta expand on that. And what colors to me was, it's like there's so many colors in the rainbow, there's so many colors in the palette, and each one represents something different. And that's kind of how I wanted to approach it as a mixtape, was make every song in its own right different from the other ones, so that everybody has something that they can relate to. Like there's songs about love when there's a song like the first song is Understand Me. It's about like just talking about like who I am as a person. Like, do you understand like depression is real? That I had to be the man of the house before I was 10, stuff like that. And then there's stuff like talking about from the west side of the city. Like I'm just trying to make stuff that people can relate to for real.
Now, for the people that don't know, you like you said, you from the west side of Dayton.
Yeah.
How long were you located in the west side of Dayton, or were you there your whole life, pretty much?
I was there my whole life. I was born in Miami Valley Hospital, February 22nd, 1999. My mom raised me on the west side of Dayton in Trotwood. I've been there my whole life. So that's all I really know for real.
Now, you're also like a very like creative dude. Like you do a lot of art. I've seen some of your drawings. You're very talented. You also do pictures, video, all that. Would you say like one of those passions is something that you hold on to more than the other, or is all of them like just things that you just love equally, like with music or art or anything like that?
When it comes to my art, I think I definitely hold music above everything else. But like painting and drawing, definitely is like the closest to my heart. It's just I don't do it as much because like my confidence was like shot down on it a long time ago. Like I got denied from an art school for like graphic design and visual arts, and I was like, maybe it's not for me. Maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. So I didn't do it as much when I was younger, but I'm just not getting back into it. And it's like you just gotta have some confidence in yourself. So that's why I really love it so much. It's freedom of expression for real. You can't really let nobody hold that against you.
Definitely. Now, with the album Colors, do you have a song that is like your dear to your heart, like your favorite song? Like mine's is like Understand Me. I like the track Handsome on there. Is there any certain one that you are like, yeah, that's the one?
Probably Handsome. Not gonna lie. Cause I think about this a lot. I'm like, if it was any one song on here that I would keep on repeat, which one would it be? And it's Handsome, just because of like how from like a certain spot of my life it really came from. So a lot of people, like especially in the music industry nowadays, they don't really talk about, oh man, if I looked a certain way, I could probably have the person that I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, bro, I'm not gonna be scared to say that. Like the girl I wanted curved my shot, and it's probably because of the way I look. Like she didn't get to know me, but it's probably because of the way I look. So I just put it into a song for real.
Yeah, definitely. Like when I first listened to the track, I'm like, oh, this is a different curveball. Because really, like you said, don't nobody really talk about that at all. You kind of had like a storytelling aspect to it. Where did the inspiration from? Where did the inspiration from that song come from?
Um, it came from this girl. I'm not gonna lie. I had a crush on her since high school. It was probably like sophomore year, and it was like after graduation, we kind of lost contact. But it was like I was in Florida. She was still here going to school. It was like every time I was back in the city, I'm gonna shoot my shot again. I'm gonna shoot my shot again. Every time I shot my shot, it would either get left on red or it just would never get open. And it's on Instagram, so they seen it. So it's just like, all right, maybe it's because of the way I look. Especially when you start seeing like them in their relationships and their past relationships and the people they've been with, you be like, okay, I don't fit their type description. You know what I'm saying? So really, like the Right and the Handsome was me coming to terms with that it wouldn't happen, and that it was just time to like really let it go. But a way that I tend to let stuff go is by writing it down, because now it's out in the atmosphere and it's out of my system. Kind of like venting almost.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I really stand from.
Yeah. When did you get your start in music?
Like stupid young. Like my mom, she had me playing drums at 4, but it wasn't like conventional like drum set. It was the gym bass African drum.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been playing like musical instruments since I was 4, and I started really like sitting down and recording music in the actual recording studio probably around the age of like, I couldn't even say the age for real, but it was probably like 6th grade, I recorded my first song, and I was in the back of a classroom in science. Yeah, shout out to Audacity.
Now, along with starting at such a young age, do you think that gave you a leg up as far as a lot of more artists coming out now, like they're just doing it, especially in like the social media age, when all you gotta do is like upload a Thriller or just a song on SoundCloud and you'll pop. Do you feel like you have a leg up on some of those artists?
I wouldn't say I have necessarily a leg up, but I kind of feel like I just have more time to really develop as an artist, to really figure out what I like when I make it, what I don't like when I make it. Like that artist development is like a real key factor in who you are as an artist and how you perceive yourself to the world and how the world perceives you. And I feel like there's people nowadays that are like coming down and they're like, oh yeah, I've been doing music for 3 months. Go check out my SoundCloud link. It's like, bro, you don't know what type of music you don't like yet. Like you might think you like drill music. Like my favorite music is R&B. I'm no R&B singer. I know I ain't got the vocals for it. It's like really trying to find your lane and really like find your little niche and your little crowd and build a fan base and find out who you are as an artist, in order to put real music and real authentic stuff out there that's going to last, as opposed to putting something out there that's only going to last until Friday.
Definitely. Now, do you draw any inspiration from any other artists? Well, actually, who is your favorite artist, if you have one?
Favorite artist, Kendrick Lamar, hands down.
Do you draw inspiration from some of his songs or any of his projects at all?
Absolutely, each project. I got put on the Kendrick on Overly Dedicated, and like ever since then I've been like keeping up with his mixtapes and his albums, and I just love how like he kind of has like a Kanye thing going on. It's like every album is different from the last one, but you know it's Kendrick at the end of the day, and it's like that's something that I'm really striving for. It's like I'm only like 2 projects in, but I'm trying to make each one different, but each one really unique to me in my own way. So that people be like, oh yeah, this is definitely one of his projects, but it's not like the last project, so you can differentiate.
Definitely. Now, I want to speak a little bit about College Hill. Yeah. I see you got the chain on.
Yes,
how did you guys link up, and how did you guys decide that that you were gonna make your own label?
Well, everybody that's in College Hill right now, we all grew up together, so we've all known each other since we was like maybe like in the 3rd grade. So we've seen each other and been by each other's sides since then. We still by each other's sides to this day. So really, it's a family first and foremost. And it's like my mom. This is like kind of like the background story of the name College Hill. So my mom, she grew up in the neighborhood of Dayton called College Hill. It's like every street name is like named after a college, and they call it College Hill. And my mom grew up over there, and she like when she moved out of it when she was a child, she was so connected to her roots and to her neighborhood because that was what she loved. And she was like, nah, I gotta make a clothing brand. Cause my mom sews. She was like, gotta make a clothing brand. It's gonna be called College Hill. Da 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 da. and she never followed through with it. So I'm probably gonna say like my sophomore year of high school, she was like, she wrote it down on a piece of paper and she handed me the paper and I was like, what is this? And like she broke down what it meant to her and she was like, I didn't do nothing with the name, so now you got to do something with it just so it can actually have some value with the family. And I'm like, all right, cool. So originally I was just like, all right, she wanted to be a clothing brand, I'll make it a clothing brand. I don't know nothing about clothes. Nothing at all. Like, I like to dress, but I don't know nothing about clothes. So I was like, I'm going to make it a label. So I came to my bros and it was like, a lot of them didn't make music at first. It's kind of funny. Like, they would freestyle. Mm-hmm. They knew I made music, but they didn't make music at first. So I'm like, bro, like, let's just take it more serious. Like, let's get in the studio and start working out on these tracks. You know, the rest is history for real. We've been taking off since then.
Definitely. Now, do you guys all plan on doing like a collaborative album, like a College Hill album? Is that in the works?
Yes, sir. Stay tuned.
Is there any certain artists from College Hill that you say that your styles, what's the word that I'm looking for? Basically, that your styles just flow, like any artist that you just click with immediately?
Probably Day Luster, simply because like we've been turned up and like since high school, like middle school, because it was like, I don't even know how to explain it. We would be at track meets. We ran track together. And we'd be like, hey, bro, when's your next race? Oh, I still got 3 races to go. When's yours? Oh, I got 4 races to go. And we just have freestyle sessions in the middle of the stadium, just chilling on the middle of the field. People, oh my gosh, they're going so hard. And it's like, bro, we just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
And he was one of the people like I was talking about, like he didn't really record music like that. He's like, nah, bro, I just like to rap. I'm like, nah, bro, like you good. Like get in the studio. He'd be like, bro, I do this for fun. I'm like, now you about to do it for a living. Come on, let's go. So I'll probably say him just because like our chemistry has been there for years. So now that we actually in the studio together, it's like stuff just be rolling and falling off the top of the head.
Definitely. Now, have you worked with any other artists from Dayton? And if not, are there any that you look forward to working with?
I've only worked with a couple. I worked with Tradon. That's Day Luster's big brother. He go crazy. I worked with this guy named OMG Nova. His work is crazy too. And then I have a cousin from Dayton, but he's in Atlanta now. His name's Jaquar 937. His stuff go crazy too.
Would you say the structure of artists in Dayton is broken in a way?
I wouldn't say it's broken. I would say it's more unstructured because it's more like crabs in the barrel rather than people trying to help themselves, like help each other out for real. Like you go to places like Chicago, or if you go to Atlanta, New York, LA, Florida, even like down in Miami, the Miami scene right now is going crazy. It's like if you making it, just even somewhere, it's like okay, I got my homeboy, he make music, and his homeboy make music, and his homeboy make music. All right, cool. I'm gonna put them all on. Like say somebody got a show. Oh yeah, that's just me. Nah, bro. Like help some people out, bro. Like, and then I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's cool to reach out and it's cool to work with each other, but you gotta know business comes first. Professionalism is essential.
Definitely.
And I think that's what we lacking in the city. Everybody are artists, everybody are creative, but it's a lot of lacking when it comes to professionalism. So it's just unstructured, it ain't broken.
If you were to change anything about how the city of Dayton, not just Dayton music, but the city of Dayton was represented, what would you change?
That's a good question. What would I change? I probably just change like a lot of the negative connotations. That it's boring. That there's nothing going on here. That it's about to be a ghost town. That it's dying. Because I live here and I can see what's going on. Like Dayton actually is on the come up. Like I've been in the barbershop like maybe 2-3 times in the past couple months. And each time I go in there, they always talking about, oh yeah, Dayton's the next Detroit, bro. We the next Detroit. It's the little D, but we getting up there. So I think it's on the come up. So I'll just say the negative connotations of what the city really is and like what's going on inside of it. Because if you're on the outside looking in, do you really know what's going on?
Definitely. So Along with dating artists, have you worked with dating producers at all, or dating engineers?
Yeah, yeah. Work with Tuger, K Magic, um, Hazardous Legend. Work with dope people. I'm a little picky. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little picky.
Would you say, do you have, well, what's your favorite style of like a beat that you're going for on any type of song?
Um, I don't think I really have a favorite style because like I feel like each beat, because I feel like a song really is like a connection between like mind and spirit between the producer and the actual artist that's writing over it and that's gonna be recording over it. Because when they make the beat, they might not be thinking, "Oh yeah, I got this like emotion in mind, or I got this mentality in mind." But it's art at the end of the day, so they invoke some type of emotion into that track, and whatever emotion you pick up off of it, that's the emotion for the track, that's the feeling for the track, that's the story for the track. Like I always start with the beat first because the beat's gonna tell me what story needs to be told. So I'm never really just looking for like one specific beat. It's just if it speaks out to me and it's a story that I can tell well, then I'm right over it.
Do you do a lot of poetry?
Yeah.
Do you do like spoken word or
Mm-hmm.
open mic nights and stuff?
Yeah. That's
Do
how I
you?
started out.
Oh, that's how you started before. Um, do you ever do that? Like if you get writer's block, you start doing poetry or doing spoken word or stuff like that.
Yeah, whenever I catch like writer's block, I like immediately revert back to doing like spoken word. And it'd be funny because like if you look at my notes on my phone, you'd be like, bro, this is so unorganized. Because it's like I'll write like 2 lines and I'll be like, that's trash. But I won't erase it because it might be good later. And then I'll jump to a new note and then I'll write like 3 new lines. And I'll be like, okay, trash. Next note. So I just got bits and pieces like just flying around in my phone until eventually I break out my writer's block. And then I'm like, okay, go to poem or a spoken word piece or a song, whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool. Now we back in the flow of things.
Mhm.
And that's just really how I get out of it.
Definitely. I do that sometimes. Sidebar. I do that a lot, like with designs. Like
Yeah.
I'll always like start off with like a structure piece, scrap it, save it,
Mm-hmm.
look at some other stuff. Like I'll either watch TV or look at different artists.
Yeah.
Go back, start again, trash it. But I definitely know how that feels. So with like your wide array of like talents, do you go to certain talents to reflect on songs? Like, do you have like a favorite artist like a drawing artist or painter artist?
Um, Not necessarily a favorite painter or I guess I just lied to myself. It's this dude on Instagram. I've been following for a little minute, but he blew up recently. It's made me feel some type of way. So I'm like, nah, y'all wasn't messing with him like that for real. But on his Instagram, it's like Marcus F and Prime or something like that. It's like Marcus Prime.
Mhm.
His work is crazy because it's like he really has his own art style, and I just love it. Like he takes Afrocentric designs and mixes them with like pop culture and anime. So it's like he'll take like a woman like with a big afro and throw her in like the what is it, like the Karate Kid from Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. I think I seen some of this work.
Work going hard. Yeah, it's so crazy.
Now, I know you just literally came out with your project, but do you have any other projects in the works right now, or are you just sitting on the one that you just released for the time being?
I kind of struggle with multitasking because I try to do it at all times.
Mhm.
So it's like I'm working on maybe like 3-4 projects right now at the same time, and I was working on those like immediately as soon as I got done recording Colors. So it's like I'm always working on new projects. Like every time I tweet or I make a Instagram post, I'm always working because I'm always working. Like I just always feel like I need to be in the studio to stay productive. So I'm just sitting on tons and tons of music. It's just a matter of piecing them together to make projects for real.
Along with that, do you know how many unreleased songs that you have? Is that many?
Because I be losing them sometimes too.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the importance of a external hard drive. Get
Oh
one.
my gosh. I
Get one.
literally got to buy, I think probably 2 more.
Yeah. Like it's songs that I've had, like I probably have had enough songs to drop like maybe like 3, maybe 4 20 like song length like projects, and them songs is all gone.
Mm.
So now I know for sure I'm not really sitting on that for real, but it's like I'm just unorganized. It's like I record stuff and it disappears. I'll be like, okay, I'll just make another song. That's not a big deal to me.
Now, do you look at yourself, not in an arrogant way, but as sort of like a leader?
Absolutely.
If you had anything to say towards any up and coming artists, what would be your advice to them?
Let's see. Advice for up and coming artists, I would say tunnel vision. You gotta have tunnel vision if you're gonna make it. And by making it, I'm not talking. You gotta figure out what that means to yourself too. Tunnel vision and figure out what making it means to you. Cause to me, in my head, I pretty much made it. I'm just trying to get to the next level of that I've set in my head. Cause I'm already like getting the views that I want to see. I'm already getting the recognition across the world that I want to see. I just want to be able to live off my music. I don't want to work a 9 to 5. Like if I can live off my music, then I've made it. I don't care about a blue check. I don't care about 1 million followers. I don't care about a Grammy. I don't care about awards. I don't care about going platinum. If I can live off my music and just do that for the rest of my life, I'm cool. So I would say keep your tunnel vision. Always stay driven and knowing where you're trying to go and where you're trying to get, and then figure out what making it means to you. And I promise you, it's gonna make your drive go even harder. And you're gonna be more successful than you would have been if you didn't know what you was trying to do in the first place.
Definitely. Well, I won't hold up too much more of your time. I appreciate you for coming in. Congratulations again.
Appreciate you for having me.
Much success to you, and thank you again.
Likewise, brother.